Oh yeah, sorry, I was spacing out reading all my talismans. Mr. Know-It-All here. It is.
Regardless. See. Okay. It seems like had a little bit of mic troubles on our end as well. I need to make sure. Give us 1 second.
Like you said, it's a late night stream. Well, not too late, but like late still.
There we go. Should be better. Thank you guys for your patience. But yeah, here we are. We're on the last map of Black Ops 4. Tagged her Toten, and pretty excited to see what this map has in store for us, because it's a remake of Call of the Dead, which is a pretty classic map in my opinion. So, Bray, have you not played this map either? Yeah,
I personally like it.
Any of the DLC maps, so and every time we played it with Know-It-All, that was the first time.
Well, and I'll admit the last few runs have been a little bit more tense. They have been a little bit more difficult. This map is almost too easy. I mean, it is too easy. You stand in one spot for 2 hours and you can get round 100.
Well, I mean, sometimes there's a specific way to do things.
It's still really good. Like, I know we talked a little while ago about survival maps. This is a great just survival map. Like, the Easter egg is okay, but for survival alone, it's pretty fun.
We wrote the book on interdimensional time.
So here's our starting.
Playing as the transit crew, which is pretty cool.
Yep. And be aware you can freeze if you stand in the water too long, which I'm actually going to do a small side Easter egg for.
It would seem this facility's employees are
I like the lighting and everything on this map.
Oh, this map is so beautiful. Fun fact, this map takes place on Mars's other moon, from Shangri-La. This is Deimos, and we're gonna go over here to the left.
Oh, I opened the wrong door, but that happens.
I mean, that's also perfectly fine. This is just easier to go this way just because you can get 2 shield parts going this way, whereas only one the other way. Yep. Oh, I missed that jump. There's a little bit of parkour in this map. Not like too hard, but
yeah, I'm just kind of taking in all the scenery, given the fact that I've never played it.
And I'm not the biggest fan of Call of the Dead.
Cold.
I like George Romero as, you know, a fun little interesting side of it, but as a map itself, I don't really care about Call of the Dead.
Snowball.
You know, I'm not a big, oh yeah, snowballs. They actually do freeze. There is a side Easter egg later on, if we get to that point, where we can actually make pea snowballs, and they're infinitely one-hit kills.
Fun, like in that South Park N64 game. Wow, slide.
Yep, and that returns from Call of the Dead, and I'm actually using some of these ice pools to do a side quest. Oh, yeah, this is adorable. I always heard about that. There is swimming. Swimming has returned.
Looks like it's coming from
Isn't there that Easter egg in this where you have to have a specific swim all the way through like an icy cavern?
No, you don't have to have a specific, really. There's a few things that work better than others, but only one person a game can do that, and there's a for sure way been found to do that. For about 4 years, or 3.5 years. It was thought to just be random. Are you guys still in the spawn room?
I remember hearing about it, but I didn't really know much about what it's what it entails, really.
Hey, Stu, you got some cash you can spot me? I'm a little light. This ain't the friendliest place I ever been, but I'm liking my chances today.
So there's a
over here.
yeah, maybe if we can get a few more doors open, we can start working on some challenges.
You run the right way. If I know it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
I'm
box.
gonna look for a shield piece. Yep,
Yeah.
box is here. And the shield is really easy to get all the parts. They're all in the same close by locations. And if you want to go up the stairs a little bit, you'll come grab the shield.
We got dividend yield going, and that'll make it so we all get points for the kills we get. Come get
Well,
the shield.
whoever's nearby you.
Right. Good way to build points.
Oh, and fire zombies, if you have snowballs, throw them at the fire zombies. They'll drop parts for us.
Interesting. Does the sickle return?
No. There's a, well, it does in an Easter egg, but no, that is the main part. If you want to come up to the top, you'll see the silhouette of a man who is pertinent to the storyline, but a fun addition to the map. His name is Pablo Moranes.
So this is Siberia, huh? Y'all can keep it.
This line is not in
Here.
position for use.
Nope, but this will be in use.
Rustman has left the building.
I'm a fan.
So here's some challenges we can do. The challenges are the same in every game, but the more players you have, the difficult they are.
I'm going to.
So like
You
this in
said
solo
that
is like
I know.
15.
Oh, I used all my snowballs.
Oh no, you don't have to use snowballs.
Got
This is, it just says kill enemies with headshots.
No, the fire guys. You said we.
Oh,
got parts
you can pick them up. They're all over the world. Like they're like everywhere.
very abundant. Alright. So we're just collecting brains currently.
Yep. And you can, I mean, this map is safe enough that you can just explore. I will do most of the setting up. That way it's just easier for you to explore once you get around to the area.
I never buy this wall buy, but I figured I will for the headshots.
The shield also has a gun on it,
Oh, I forgot.
and you can also ADS with it and be even better with it.
Yeah, it'll go into the shield.
Sit fire. I'm plumb out of ammo.
It's pretty cool. It does seem like a copy and paste though for multiplayer. It's very kind of cop out.
Yeah, I mean, it
Whereas-
was also in Voyage of Despair and a few
Right.
others.
But I feel like it's just weird that that's just a generic shield, whereas like at least the Brazen Bull kind of tried to spice that concept up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I understand that. So close.
Time to buy my blue. Alright, I'll see you, Musicus. Thanks for stopping by. This thing is horrible. No wonder I've never bought
What is?
the Essex Model 7.
Oh, the Essex? Dude, yeah, you never buy that. That is only unless you absolutely have to. It is worse than the SMR. It is worse than the World at War Car 98K. It is probably the worst weapon of all time.
Rustman serving
Like,
up
including
quick
the
death.
SMR.
Yes, he is.
Horrible.
Just imagine I got dark matter on it. and it's needed for the Voyage of Despair Gauntlet, which is why I still haven't finished the hard mode for it. Jeez, I can't speak.
That's one of the only things you haven't done in this game.
Hoping this
That is
cargo
the
hold has
only
that
challenge,
Agatha thing in it.
aside from
But mostly,
two,
I'm hoping there's food.
well, I guess technically 4 guns I don't have fully. It doesn't matter. 2 of them aren't unlocked though, so that is still something I'm working on.
I mean, what if it rains?
Oh,
Glub, glub,
Reasons
glub.
to give me, or reasons to play the game, so.
I'm just kind of
Oh,
exploring.
dog round. Yep, and that is perfectly fine.
Is the auger DMR any good?
It's decent for headshots. Also, pack of punches now open, and it will just randomly spawn
Hey,
around
Stu,
the map.
Is this one of your brain buddies, buddies?
I
Dogs
remember this
also
gun from
get
Blackout.
headshots.
It was really good for Blackout.
Oh my god, Augur and multiplayer and Blackout is so good.
I haven't played Blackout since it came out. I feel like it was just a beta
So
for
sweaty.
Warzone anyway.
It's actually better than Warzone.
I thought so too. I liked Blackout more than Warzone, but as far as they're concerned, it was kind of just like a demo for a Battle Royale mode. And then it consumed all of Call of Duty and it's ruined the modern Call of Duty experience, in my opinion, because they take so much time and focus it on Warzone and they don't focus it really on the campaign multiplayer or the zombies experience at all.
I think it is in part, however, I really
Also,
think
how much
it's
they
the
can
free-to-play model.
monetize that. Look, think about it. Right, it's the free-to-play, but the free-to-play model encourages monetization. Makes it so I feel like more people are buying COD points.
Yep. It's horrible when the game itself. Yeah, it's horrible when the game itself costs $60 and you're paying for a skin that is a third of the game's price, and then there's people literally buying all of them. And they're buying the game like 120 times over, and I don't think they really think about it that way. Now, I'll admit, I'll buy a skin from time to time, like a $20 that I'll use like for an entire 2 years. I mean, that's fine.
Hey, I've got something that will help with those zip lines.
Y'all got a shield? It's funny, I have all these challenges memorized. I knew to ask you before it even popped up. Nope, this is an easy map. And there's still a hole upstairs, or above the map that we can go to. So if you want to go all the way up to the top of the lighthouse and follow me, we can go somewhere special.
Crap ass shield unbroke.
That's alright, it's always in the same spot.
Double points. Now Rustman can concentrate on what's in front of him.
Not all the way right there. Yeah, here. Pretty much.
Splendid work, stranger. Good to know you're on Team Marlton.
I am just
Oh.
someone with dreams of escape.
Know how long Sound was out for. I'm so sorry about that stream.
Gotta love the technical difficulties.
Congratulations on still being alive, comrades. You have met man in Lighthouse, yes?
It's starting to dawn on me. This mission, the world depends on it.
Can you guys hear?
I can hear you.
All right. So, technical difficulties aside, right now we're in the position where we're kind of using our phone as a microphone through our computer. So, if the phone turns off, then the microphone turns off. So we kind of had to figure that out.
If you can't find Pack-a-Punch, look at where the lighthouse light is pointing. It'll show you.
That's really cool. That's a neat detail of the map.
Should probably start leveling up my.
I was thinking the very same thing.
But I
was
guess
thinking
we
that
still
same
need to build
thing, yeah.
bash kills.
Dad, get shield bash kills. The melee with your shield.
Oh, we're getting close.
Nice.
Nice.
Good
Alright,
work,
and then we got
fellas.
one more, and you're
What
gonna
are-
laugh at this one.
What's the reward for this?
The first one we got was a carpenter. This one we're gonna get is a full power. The last one we get is a self-res from this.
Oh, okay. That's how you said that we get an extra self-rise.
Yep. And this is always one of the first one of the first 3 I go for.
Pick up pea jars in Lighthouse Level 4 and empty them in the beach water. Pea jars
Yep. And
into the
so you
beach
have to-
water. We're contaminating a water source with pee.
All the way up at the very top, it'll say hold X to pick up P. You can do that, and you have to go all the way down to the beach without running.
The tundra gun, huh?
Because if you run, you'll spill
um,
that pee.
That does
Ooh.
self-damage, like the rocket launcher, but it freezes them, and you don't need snowballs. Exactly.
I get it though. Thunder gun, tundra gun.
It is better than the thunder gun though. It literally does infinite damage, has
Pea
more
jars,
ammo,
eh?
does farther spread.
Like a gal.
Pea jars.
Gal, the
Okay,
razor-covered
so
baseball bat.
then can I zip line with the pea jar?
Nope. You can't zipline, you can't drop off of high ledge, you can't run.
It'll splash on you and you'll get covered in pee.
Oh. Did not realize that.
Yeah, I was trying to get some pea jars, man. You said that was the MO.
Yeah.
I collect a piss sample for Dr. Know-It-All.
Some piddle jars.
He's gonna make sure that you're healthy and full of nutrients.
It'd be
This
funnier if it
zombie
said piss jars.
does not let up.
Did you get a pea jar, Dad?
This
Nah.
old place is a stinking mess.
Dump it
Even
in
out
the
here
beach
where there's
water,
hot
right?
enough.
Jesus.
Where's the
Oh,
beach?
man. You're in it. The water is it, but you can't
Uh,
run.
Oh
You
man.
can't
how do
run,
I-
you can't jump, you can't.
If you're
it'll
splashing any
say
of
hold
that piss
X
in there,
to
then we're
enter,
getting pee
jump.
on ourselves.
If you
walking
run,
through
you
the
jump,
water.
you fall off a high ledge.
If I
Uh,
run, if I run, I splash the pee on myself.
There's a
Huh?
lot of
Yeah.
background noise around here.
Can't run, can't
Milk,
jump.
milk, lemonade.
Fall from a high spot, can't zip line.
Round the corner,
Pee.
chocolates, mate.
Oh, shit, shield.
And
That's
in the
bad.
mini fridge is chocolate milk. For me.
Nice.
You can pull out your sword though, and it has a speed boost with it, so that's also really good to use.
Could you use the lunge on the sword?
No.
No on the lunge. Is the pea? Is that how you make pea snowballs?
No.
Seems like that would be how one would make pea
No,
snowballs.
pea snowballs, I'll just give you a small hint. You have to pick up a guy's spleen
Clean, eh?
and do a bunch of other challenges with that.
Sounds weird.
Well,
Oh no, 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 no.
Can I pull the shield out? Am I allowed to do that?
So much there. Yes, you can pull your shield out.
No running.
Everything rated for sub-zero temperatures.
Walking simulator.
Don't die, Misty. There's still things I need to say to you. Like, I wish you
Patience.
hadn't changed your shirt.
Is that a fall? Is that a high ledge? Hope not.
You can't fall off a ledge.
At all?
Nope.
Damn. I was so close. Know it all, you're a pro at collecting pea jars, you know that?
I mean,
Some may
I am a
some may
hardcore
call you a
gamer.
pro.
And then then there's that part where we have to delicately handle piss.
Yeah, you'll remember that.
It was so memorable.
easier because there's only 3 piss jars you have to pick up.
You're making the rounds collecting all 5.
I got one, so what do I gotta do?
You can't run. You gotta walk all the way down. Follow me, Dad. We'll race. We'll see who. See
Do a
which,
piss race?
yeah, see which one of us contaminates the local water supply first.
So we're literally having a pissing contest.
Something of that sort.
I give
Oh,
up.
sweet, the box.
Okay.
You win. See, that's how masculine I am.
I'm the best at peeing, but I went to the wrong water source.
Then you're not the best.
No, if you get hit, does it stop?
Nope. I mean, if you die, yeah, but if you get hit once, no.
Okay. Walking. No! I pissed the best! I fell off a ledge, so I guess you pissed the
Yeah.
best. I went the wrong way.
It's alright, man.
Mr. Know-It-All is the best at collecting piss jars.
Yeah.
I'll vouch. If anyone asks, I'll vouch for him.
He's
If
piss-tacular.
that's on your next resume, Know-It-All, I got you. Contaminating
Appreciate
the
it.
local water supply. I did that 5 times in a day. You know?
Well, now we all have a free self-revive.
It'll come in handy. What guns am I looking for out of the box?
And try not to use your self-res until you absolutely have to.
Like to save us all, because the
Yeah.
self-res, if all 3 of us are down, and like you have a self-res, you can still revive.
Yep.
I think that this is my favorite DLC map so far. It's been the most enjoyable. Like,
Well, that's
just
what I was saying.
very
It depends
casual.
on my mood. If I want an easy map, this is the one I go for. If I want more of a challenge, I go for Alpha Omega.
Yeah, I could see. I feel like Alpha Omega is gonna be. I have to learn that before I can really do that multiplayer. Me and Dad are kind of more of a liability until we learn the map, because it's very, like you said, it's very close quarters. And it's really just like we would lead trains into each other and get each other killed, and I kept doing that.
Kinda takes the intimacy out of stabbing someone.
Come on, one more box hit, please. Can I pack a punch the
Double
Tundra
cross.
gun, or is there an upgrade?
Nope, you can pack a punch it.
Sweet.
Fun fact: there's a weapon in the game called the double cross. It actually used to be
I have
called
it.
something else in the beginning of the game. It used to be called the dual bore Echo Hawk.
Sounds like
Yeah.
I don't know why they changed it.
I feel like I actually remember that name because of. I remember playing BO4 a bit at launch. I also remember, in retrospect, after you mentioned it, it being 3-hit, and that might have influenced why I was so frustrated with the game. Like, because I thought it was hard, and then I hadn't played it since they changed the amount of health that was available. And then people were like, oh, this game's really easy because it takes 4 hits to down. I'm like, you're lying. Like, what? I don't remember that.
Man, this part where the screen gets all frigid and icy and crap, it's crazy. It really reminds me of BioShock.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that after a while. I figured there'd
How
be
many-
a element.
Perks does Dad have?
Popping perks yet, Dad?
No, I'm not perk angling.
You're not hitting them perkies?
No moonsaults at the top of the cage for me.
Get some perked out. Man.
Yeah, you're the only one perked out here. I have just one.
Spicy snowballs.
Yeah, and you're missing 2 of your perks, right? So 3 of the perks are in this area. One of the perks is up top, and I want us to go all go and do that together. So I've been waiting to go up there.
Oh, hell no.
There's no
Horseman
perk
was
up
meant to fly.
there.
He'd have wings.
Go down there. Yep. Where I am is the cola perk. God damn it. He's up. Oh. I'm trying to do a side Easter egg where you freeze yourself in all the locations.
Call me flat-footed.
No.
He was like a red-hot porcupine crawling through this man's gut.
Yeah, it's up top of the box, up top of the ship, but I'll show you towards the end. No, you can all do it, but it only works if you're all there. Yeah. Making my way there. Oh my god, so many zombies here. Oh, and if we can get the, if we can get up to the top facility and get the last power on, we can get golden pack punch, which means we can get
What's
fully
golden pack?
packed for 5,000. You don't have to spend 15,000 golden pack.
Ooh, that's a cool
There's so
perk.
many zombies. Well, and that was supposed to be the super Easter egg reward before they canceled it.
So they just threw
In
it
every
there.
map, there's a secret room in every map that was supposed to unlock the golden pack punch.
Man, I can't believe that the super Easter egg rewards really peaked at Infinite Warfare. Like, it never got better than that.
I mean, can you really top that though?
Yeah, that's fair, and you can't just do that same thing again. It definitely makes that game go down in history.
Feels like walking through
But then again, that
molasses.
Easter egg is so damn hard. Like, Beast from Beyond, I don't know, like, at least multiplayer, I feel like the whole thing is manageable solo. All of the Easter eggs are manageable solo, because you can pause, and you can kind of take your time, but, like, with multiple people, it's just so chaotic. Where's the soda perk at?
At the back of the ship. Or I guess front of the ship. So if you, nope, turn around. Oh, you can go that way too.
Okay, so the back of the ship.
Yeah, so go that way towards where the SOS is.
Oh.
And up there to your right. No, you went too far. You went left.
What would you build at that shield? Or at that station?
That's a dynamite that you build there.
There's a 1 written on the wall. Is that for
Yep,
the
right
Easter
there.
egg?
No, around there. Now what about Easter egg?
There's a 1 written on the wall.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
that
for the
sure puts
Easter
some
egg.
pep in my step. Bunyan's still hoit though.
Wow. Alright, what are you thinking so far, Dan?
I think it's really great how open it is.
Survivable?
Mysterious.
Make sure to hydrate yourselves. Oh, I just choked on my own spit.
I do that all the time.
Kill enemies while standing still.
I think we'll
That's-
do this last round down here while I complete a few more of my side challenges, and then we'll head up to the facility and get our last
These
perk.
guys doctors? If so,
Sounds like a plan, man.
appointment.
And killing zombies in the water freezes them and makes them insta-kill if they're frozen.
Melt this ice.
I can move now.
Oh, did somebody use dynamite somewhere? Oh,
I-
it looks like Dad already went up to the top of the facility.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going. I'm gonna go get him.
Yeah, me too.
Wait,
That's where we were going anyways.
I don't know. Wait. I think I took a wrong turn, possibly. No. I can zip line to the facility.
Yeah.
I'm coming, Dad.
To be doing this shit.
Sorry that you had to go out that way.
Come on, Miss Mickey.
You did it! Hooray!
No place for a lady.
Yay! My dad's still alive. Let's go. I was scared that you were gonna die
All
for a
them
second,
blue
Dad, and all
propane
of a
tank
mistake.
looking things. That's a 115 shit, ain't it?
I instinctively just tried to pick that gramophone up. Wrong map.
Now, if you also want to come inside further, you'll see
I
there's
am
tubes
down
with a bunch of
again.
people in it.
Who is it? Just people?
Yeah.
Any people in particular?
Tank Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio.
Oh yeah, they kind of have a role reversal.
They're
Okay.
experiment versions.
That's weird. It's kind of
This
weird.
isn't a facility used by Group 935 for experimental purposes.
Try to use my self-revive.
No, I got you.
I gotta do this. If I let you die,
Oh, that was very close.
You did great!
I almost downed and lost my perks, but it was worth it. It was all worth it for you, Dad. To make sure that you're still kicking. So, is there anything else that we really need over here?
Did you get your perk?
No. Where is that?
Upstairs, and pretty much 180 from you.
Maybe even save our lives.
Hey, Misty, I don't know if you realize this, but I work for Broken Arrow. Sooner or
Thought it
later,
was in the right
that
spot.
experience
Evidently
could even
no.
save our lives.
That's where I am.
Okay. Trying to save Dad. Okay. Dying wish.
Oh my god.
Quite the pricey perk. It's the most expensive perk.
Yeah, your last perk always is.
Well, at least someone was doing some honest work here.
Oh my lord.
Look, but don't touch, meat sack.
Dad, you should probably get out of here.
I'm doing great, kiddo. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you. I am super scared. Just following your lead, Dad.
You know,
Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle.
I'm out of ammo for that skedaddle.
Pull your shield
And
out.
I am currently repairing some flinger jump pads that
No!
you can jump around on.
This is bad. This is bad. Okay, I somehow survived that. Thank you,
Go ahead
invisibility
and go down
frames.
that's zip line as well.
Okay. Dad, the zip line over here. The zombies go down the zip line too. Oh, and Dad's taking him out on the way down.
That was epic.
That was pretty awesome.
But then realistically, I can't reload while I'm hanging on the zip line.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't have any arms for that.
Many faces, but only 2 arms.
I may be old and slow as Christmas, But Rustman always
What?
gets in the last
What a
lick.
stupid line.
Yeah, this you've pretty much seen practically the whole map now at this point.
Really, it took
Actually,
it took very little
have.
time to kind of show off the whole map.
There's just a few small Easter eggs that I'm doing now that can be a little fun.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Look, we're on round 17.
this is probably my favorite map so far, just because how chill it's been.
So far, that's it so
Unintended.
far, right? This is it. This is the last one, right? Black Ops 4?
Yeah.
About each other.
If you could also
So this is your
get,
favorite. This is your favorite map on Black Ops 4. That's what you're saying.
snowball kills, or with your tundra gun, use some fire zones.
Okay. No, I wouldn't say it's my favorite map. I think my favorite map is still 9.
Yeah,
But
9's
As
great.
far as the DLC maps go, as far as even the whole, is this the Victus crew? No, this is. Yeah, this is.
Well,
the
it
Victus
is.
crew.
It is Victus, but it's.
I
it
feel
is
like that's
Ether.
that. Right, it's the Ether story with the Victus crew. Like as far as that goes, like the having the Victus crew back, that's what I was.
Oh wow, that's loud.
That's what I was meaning.
Loud thunder going on.
To have them back, that's cool. I feel like to have the Tundra gun has been cool. I like it being set in Call of the Dead. I feel like it kind of checks all the boxes really as far as like a interesting experience goes.
And I actually think it's better than Call of the Dead. Come at me in the comments.
I don't feel like I've spent enough time on Call of the Dead to be able to say one way or another, because it was not the most popular map among my friends. Now this is why the sword's OP. You can just do the merciless dash over and over again while reviving someone.
Thank you.
And it keeps you alive the whole time. But that rounds off the melee attacks. Well, yeah, because the sword counts as melee. I feel like Call of the Dead is probably remembered a little too fondly as far as it goes. Like it's a good map, sure, but like to say it's like one of the best maps of all time is a stretch.
It is literally the only map in all of COD history that is literally impossible to get round 100 on.
That's also, as a high rounder, that's probably why you dislike it too. Plays note A.
You got one of the bells. That's used for one of the challenges.
Everybody freeze. And tag your Toten. Freeze 10 zombies at once in a single match.
Yeah, 0.84%. Woo!
I gave you that achievement as well. Just
Yeah,
for
I
being
mean-
in the game with me.
I was doing part of it too,
Did I
man.
unlock
You weren't
that?
freezing them though.
I was with the snowball and stuff.
But you have to freeze 10. I don't know. It's still cool that it counted for you.
I
You can
think
do it
it's
with the
very
snowballs.
cool.
Oh, 10. Like, but why would it, they popped off at the same time? I'm assuming it's just because they count.
I literally threw a snowball.
Lucky shots.
There's a chance that could have been your 10th snowball, and you happened to throw it at the exact same time that I got my 10th kill with.
It surely could. Or it could have been just like whooshy whooshy.
Yeah, I guess it could have been whooshy whooshy. I didn't really take that into consideration.
Well, sometimes that's what it is.
Phase node A.
Oh,
Yeah,
Marlton's
there's
here!
4 different ones.
What notes are you looking for? Any in particular? Or?
Yeah, there are, but we haven't gotten that far yet. We have to shoot them in a specific order that is undetermined until we unlock that challenge.
What did the rest of these challenges give us?
Oh, a bunch of like it literally gives you all the different rewards. Fire sale, max ammo. You get for completing one of them, you get half off of all the traps. One of them you get some armor. One of them you get a pickaxe that helps you break out of the ice faster.
That's cool. I want that box. Come on, Galil. Something good. Something good.
pull the SDM? Did you say you like that
I'm
one?
going to love 'em the day Misty
STM
goes
is
into
okay.
button her blouse.
Is the Stingray better?
Yes.
Well, this seems fairly straightforward, right?
Dog.
That there's what you call a dog whistle. Except we can hear it.
Where's the actual box at, do you know?
Next to where the shield is.
Okay. I'm stuck in this frozen water. Very nice.
Where are you stuck at?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Find soup ingredients and cook them and add them to the cooking pot and add water. Yeah? Making some soup?
Yep.
It's not quite what I'd expect for a challenge in a zombies map, but
Well, you know, I mean,
that jump the shark. Oh, there's Wyhander.
gotta do Iron Chef zombies sometime.
But I reckon
It's
I can
Vi-Hand
lug
now.
around this beauty.
That's a good one.
Oh, there's the box, Bray, right there.
Yeah, I know that. I found it.
I found it.
Yeah, you found it.
It's all me. Ha 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 ha.
It is all you.
And there's my Switchblade X9.
Can you get ray gun in this map?
Yep. You can get both ray guns.
That's cool. I like the iron sights for the Vyhander. Pretty cool.
Me too.
Are you close to him?
Possibly, I think.
Possibly. Zip line to lighthouse level 4. I wanted to go to Pack-a-Punch.
God.
More like pack a lunch, right? Since we're making soup.
There is a,
I'm dumb. I got caught.
there's a golden pack-a-punch that's unlocked.
I get down here. Oh yeah, fighting for my life is how.
I hate buying my perks back. It's my least favorite.
But instead I'll kill more slackjaw. Well,
Yep,
here
it's starting to
I
get
am.
to that point, you know? You have to kind of just stay in the safe zones.
Well,
can't
this
really-
is a death trap of an area.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is a place to only be when you need to be, like, getting to one area, from one area to the other.
Oh, it appears the mighty Russman has an Achilles heel. Maybe this will teach you some humility.
Okay,
Bet you've been itching for a chance to lord it over old Rust Man, haven't you?
now to go collect all of my beverages once again. Before I'm addicted to their ingredients, which I hear are pretty nasty. No, Cold War has the ingredients on the can, and you can pull up the image,
Rust Man.
and it's like,
You,
it's nasty stuff. Doesn't seem to
Johnny
be fit
J ended up trying all of them, making and trying.
for in real life with the diarrhea and the.
Well, not absolutely everything, but he did everything aside from things that would actually kill. Like, he didn't do the rat poison, he didn't do
Or the
cyanide.
or the crank. I mean,
Well, he did
lit-
a version of it.
they did a version of crank.
Yep. Technically
Well-
a legal version.
Whatever for the views, right? Just whatever. Johnny J is the
that is
dumbass.
exactly.
If you ask me, the only good thing he's ever done is got inspired someone to make a Die Rise remaster. Good for that. I mean, Die Rise is worthy of the remaster. It's kind of a clunky map, and it was half baked when it came out. So.
Still
I
one of
don't
my
know.
favorite maps. It's good once you know it.
No,
What the hell?
I know it. It's not good.
Well,
It's
you don't
fun.
Know, you don't know how
it's
to
fun to play
undo
with the
patch.
I do.
solidifier.
I mean, I've done it since
Oh.
then. It's just not.
It's so unremarkable to me
Oh, I
personally.
was gonna come grab you.
It's fine. I don't care. But regardless,
I don't know,
though, it's just
the spawn
I feel like
can get,
spawn room is one of the
It's
coolest
around
parts of the whole map.
48 in the spawn room only.
I just feel like the spawn room is one of the coolest parts of the map, and it peaks after the PhD reference. Like,
See, and I never understood the hate that like PhD would not be useful on die rise.
the no fall damage would have been nice.
Yeah, but if you fall off a building, then you will just continuously fall.
No,
Then
like, no
there would
fall
be no
damage is it? No. Like, as in, no fall damage is like jumping from building to building. You get disoriented and take a small amount of damage. So if you're high enough,
I guess I don't.
or
I
if
don't
you're low
get
enough
that.
in health, then you'll jump down there and die. I think it's a minuscule thing in general. I just like PhD for the no explosive damage.
I guess I don't experience that. So I
Fall
don't
damage
have
is such a
the same-
minuscule. It's such a minuscule problem. Like
I don't know. I think
hardly
Buried is
reckon-
one of the worst maps. It's cool in design, but it's just so boring.
I think Buried is way better than Die Rise.
I think Transit is better than Buried.
I disagree. I feel like Leroy just has so much versatility and all the different things he's able to do for you. Transit is a broken and dysfunctional mess comparatively. At least there's cohesiveness in the themes
Well,
of Buried.
Transit was way ahead of its time.
I
You know
understand
that there were
that.
supposed to be 2 versions of every
Yeah,
single
bus route
map?
A and B.
No, not bus route A and B. Like legitimately 2 versions of each Victus map. We were supposed to have a before and after the nukes of Transit, a
Yeah,
before and after
I
of
get
Die
that.
Rise,
I definitely
and a
had
before
heard
and after
about
of
that.
Buried. And that's
But
only if you completed the Moon Easter egg.
Yeah, but obviously that got scrapped. So like we were
Well, it got scrapped because the 360 couldn't handle it.
Right,
Well,
but what we
neither
were
could the
left with,
PS2.
like the fact that fog and the denizens are just quality of life wise for anyone playing. No one wants to deal with that. Truly, like
See, and
it's
I don't
something you
have an
can
issue
work,
with it.
but you can work around any barrier that a Call of Duty Zombies game throws at you. Know it all. So I don't feel like you're the target.
it's-
Like
It's about being
like-
adaptable, being open to change.
right, but to the
acceptable to
the
different-
target player, like Transit's one of the worst experiences Dad had out of all of the zombies games, or the zombies maps, due to the fact that it's just not really new player friendly. I feel like that's ultimately the problem, and I think every map to an extent should have accessibility to everyone, or else it's
See,
not.
and I feel the opposite. Transit's one of the best for new players.
I disagree. I think Town is good for new players, but I don't really see how Transit's good for new players.
Oh, hey, we can go to Golden Pack-a-Punch.
Agree to disagree. It's round 20.
Well, it is also I have played for 13 years, so
Yeah, I feel like you have such
Like-
an acquired opinion.
I
As
mean,
far as
World
like,
War II to me is one of my favorite Call of Duty Zombies, and that is one of the most hated of all time because of how hard it is.
people also don't really care for the
Same with
themes
Advanced
as much in World War II, and I feel like it's just different. It's
Same
not.
with Advanced Warfare, though. People
It's-
hated the jetpacks and exo zombies, and they're one of my favorite modes of all time.
But like if that would have been your first experience, like there's a chance that might not have been your opinion. Because I remember being extremely turned off by exo zombies, and then now it's not as big of a problem. Now it's something I feel like I can go back and I'll enjoy whenever I get to it. Whereas when I first played it, after I had played the Black Ops games, it was completely inaccessible to like the difficulty ramp. But now, after I've gained some skill in other games, I feel like it'll be a more enjoyable experience. So it kind of builds. I think
You guys wanna
everyone,
follow me over here?
to me personally, the best starting experience for a new player at this point, if you're starting in 2024, is Black Ops 3. And I know you'll disagree, but that to me is it has all of the World at War and Black Ops 1, or like almost all the Black Ops 1 games, like all the interesting ones. I feel like it has so much to offer compared to what a game like Advanced Warfare offers a new player, or World War II for that matter. I feel
We
like they
did
don't
kind of put it into a good perspective a couple maps ago, where you were saying I'm too experienced to understand the new players.
Right, you're almost after 13 years, you're almost disconnected from it.
And you know, you're actually right on the nose with that. I really, I can't think of a map that I could play casually. I mean, I have said that multiple times, but like even to show people, I think the most casual game I could play is Infinite Warfare.
You could self-revive, Dad. I mean, sure.
I'm coming to get you.
Oh, he's here. I didn't know if you were like super far away, if it would save time. But yeah, I'd agree. I mean, Infinite Warfare is pretty accessible, aside from, I'd say the only maps I disagree on are probably Attack of the Radioactive Thing and Beast from Beyond. The other three, I feel like a newcomer could hop into any of those maps and kind of understand what they're supposed to do. But like Black Ops 3 for a newcomer,
here?
we were trying to leave, man. Like we were trying to get out of here, but we both ran.
Couldn't let you slip away, Misty. Don't know what I'd do without you.
And you might actually have a friend before this is over. Okay, old man. These skin nibblers are paying for keeps. Now
The forward spawners.
Boss.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
That
forward
is just something added
spawners.
to the difficulty.
Yeah, they definitely make it more difficult. It's harder to move to a safe area predictably.
You also both need a shield.
Yeah, I was just trying to get my perks back. That's the problem. When you're unfamiliar with a map and you don't remember the layout, it's kind of hard to go and grab all your perks. Ooh, Pack-a-Punch is here. I'm just going to take advantage of that while I have the opportunity.
Yeah. I was waiting for Golden Pack, but I think I'm just gonna have to Pack-a-Punch one of my guns.
Firepower, that's what.
That was the other thing, is it's getting up there in the rounds, and I don't think Dad had Pack-a-Punched at all. Firebomb, that's pretty good.
Still scum sucker.
Jeez.
Paying you back with interest.
I'll get him. But
How in the name of
actually,
Sir Isaac Newton does this mechanism work? Time out, reanimates.
yeah, I think unfortunately it's also hard for a new player to put up, like, to keep up with 3-player ramp. That's something I personally remember as a newer Zombies player. I remember struggling when I'd play in 3 or 4-player lobbies. Like, it's hard to know where you can be and can't be when it's your first time on the map, you know?
Yeah, I understand that.
Ooh, got there just in time. If not, I was gonna have you self-revive. Right, follow me, Dad. I keep
You
going.
even have a family?
You're going the right way.
Wife?
Shield.
Cute little kids?
Rosaband remembers some little ones.
I was almost here on my own.
Yeah, and then we need Pack-a-Punch, which is down this way. I'll protect you.
Oh, and Pack-a-Punch just moved.
Just moved? Damn it.
Yep.
Let me know if you find where it spawns next. Oh no.
Well, like I said, look for the light of the lighthouse. It'll show you.
It's getting chaotic down here.
Well, and just to be honest, if I'm going to have full
The other thing that
transparency and full
really is
disclosure
frustrating
with
is
our
when the zombies just
our
spawn
viewers,
right on
I'm
you.
definitely feeling like
You
fatigue
can't
of
move.
getting through some of these, knowing that you know, there's more stuff on the horizon. But for me personally, it's been definitely an interesting experience going through all these round-based zombies maps. I can
That was really
honestly
easy
say
challenge with your Tundra gun.
If I let you die,
some of my favorite ones were some of the first ones that we did, and I thought that this is one of those things that as like it went on, I was gonna like a lot of these maps more and more, and it's not been the case
Oh,
for
watch out,
me
watch out, watch out.
personally.
I'm good. I have my sword now.
No, I was meaning the lighthouse trap will kill you.
Oh, okay.
You have to let it kill zombies.
Yeah, but gotta keep that up as well.
Well, no,
Almost,
it was in the way that it was already gonna kill him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think we're gonna need 2 activations at least.
Can you go res him?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay out of the way where I'm just dying in that loop.
Just got a good launch there. No, we didn't. Trying to.
Don't die, Misty. There's still things I need to say to you. Like, I wish you hadn't changed your shirt.
These are the moments we find out who your real friends
Oh,
are.
right. Wow.
In the dream.
Definitely need a shield. And I think I've done everything I need to get us yellow snowballs.
That'll be fun.
Just one more step.
Final little Easter egg, because there's not a whole lot going on here.
Oh, I'm still working on 1, 2, 3 different Easter eggs at the same time.
Lord,
about you, Misty?
it's a lot of Easter
Who'd you
eggs.
lose? What was
And they're all
your
just
life
side
like
Easter eggs.
before
You got a basket to
you was
carry him?
overtaken by death?
Ha,
Not all in one.
same as yours, Russ. I had folks that I loved. Now I try not to think about them, as it just reminds me of, they're gone forever.
I wish I knew where to go to get my perks, but I've forgotten. I remember the ones on the ship, but I don't remember where the important one is.
Oh, there's one right outside of our spawn. There's
Oh,
one upstairs, at the facility.
Yeah, I get how you feel that way, Dad, all run down after going through all these maps, because they get more and more intricate, like...
Well, we started in January, and it's mid-March, and again, like when I do my tier list, I think it's going to surprise a lot of people, but it's been like a slippery slope for me, where I thought, again, that these were going to get like progressively better for me personally, and like as they offer different and varied and more, you know, graphically intense experiences with more different characters and stuff. Sometimes just
it's okay, know-it-all. Don't worry
Well, no,
about it.
it's just this Easter egg. I hate this.
sometimes
Yeah,
just
but
like the more
because
character-driven narrative stuff
of
is
all
just
these
going to
other
be
things
hard for a
going on.
person like me to use that as the only way to get over on it. Whereas like some of the stuff that was in Black Ops 2 and 3 was more accessible for me as a single player. And a lot of this stuff, had I not had my handheld through a lot of it, I don't know how, if I would have even made it to round 10 in a lot of it, where I was just like, not just strictly trying to survive to round 10 versus like knowing what I'm doing and all that.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, like, in the adventures starting in the beginning in Black Ops 2 and 3, the adventures was getting the power on and like getting your bearings, and here it's just like, I feel like it's just surviving long enough to be able to get through a convoluted like list of Easter egg pieces that I'm only going to know through repetition and time and probably watching tech. And that's a lot. Like, if I've played every one growing up as they've come out, then yeah, this is great because it's even more of it and even more in depth. But somebody that has accessibility to all of it at once and then just played it all in a row, I'm like, okay, give me back the simpler times of Black Ops 2 and 3. Like, that's
I kind of think that's where I'm at as well. Like, I, as someone who has more experience than you in the older games, appreciate Black Ops 4 and what it has to offer. But I think for a newer player, it's not very accessible. Like in general, it's I see how after literally every single time on a newish map for you after round 20, you can't stay alive, and it's because you don't yet know the places where you can train.
Yeah, I don't know where my perks are. I have to be like basically Sherpa to all of my perks, and then if I'm not
But you
Sherpa
can say
after
the
that,
same
then
thing
I
about every game, though. Like
But
that.
not all of the zombies games though. I feel like some maps are a lot more accessible than others. Some of them are so streamlined where there's like one way to run, like you can run left and you can run right. Like
some of those
Zetsubou no
maps are so
Shima.
linear in Black Ops
Oh, that's
2
a
and
real
3 that
chicken
after
map.
I played them one time, I was able to remember where perks were at least after playing them once. Versus some of these I played
If you
once
didn't
and
know
we
how to
got to
turn
round
on
20 and I
power,
don't remember where
Dad would
stuff
not have
is
turned
still.
on power.
Zetsubou no Shima, right?
Guaranteed.
But that map, as far as like getting around the map, it's literally left side and right side.
And it's definitely
That's it.
nothing personal. It's not an attack against anybody that likes any specific ones either. Like again, my tier list is probably gonna like rub some people the wrong way. They're gonna be like, "How could you like this over this?" And that's fine. That's why it'd be my tier list. And if they got a problem with it, then they can just come at me in the chats, I guess.
I think personally, the most accessible maps are the simple ones, like Town. Town is a great basic survival map for you to learn the game. That's probably the most accessible map out of all of Black Ops 2. It is. I mean, it's because there's no objective besides pack a punch, buy
And that's
perks,
why I don't
stay
really
alive.
care for it.
Because you've
I
already
hate
gone.
no
You go
objective.
because you've
No,
gone
it's
through.
just I don't. It's not that. It's just I have to have an objective.
That's fair.
I can't just endlessly survive.
How do you
The
get
only
high
time I
ranks
do
then?
that, I catch up on TV. I literally watch TV and movies while I play. Because I've played for so long that I know all the spawns, I know all the different weapons to use, I literally just stare at my TV.
I call down the power of a
Oh, right.
thousand
That's like where I'm saying, like, I'm, like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm too good at these games to where they're just boring now.
Right, I understand.
I've done everything there is to offer. It's just, with all of zombies, with all of Call of Duty, and the new stuff, like the new game, each of the new content literally takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to complete, and then you don't get anything for another 2 months.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. Sounds unrewarding.
Which, it wasn't like that when it first came out. It's only because Treyarch is no longer the studio developers of them. They literally changed out developers in the game.
Yeah, I guess maybe there's a chance, and this might not be a popular opinion, but as far as officially made zombies maps go, I think maybe it's just run its course, and maybe there's a chance that it shouldn't come back, because it might not be worth
Oh no, it's,
like
it's
reinvest.
coming back.
I mean, it's gonna come
they've
back
been working
regardless,
on-
but like whether it's
They've been working
worth
on COD
it coming
2024
back as a
for 4 years.
taking away my firecracker.
okay, but still, like, is it gonna be worth putting any time into? Is it
Yes.
going to?
100%.
I
It is
feel like
the
we-
first game to get 4 years development time since Black Ops 2.
Then that's a good sign.
Yes.
But
it
I
is
heard it was
because
gonna be
Treyarch
free
has
to
worked
play.
Well, every single game from now on is going to be free to play. That's just the way they have to do it.
But the multiplayer and zombies haven't been free to play.
Except, like, well, I mean, you still have to buy the game, but every DLC and everything is free to play after that.
See, that's not how I heard it marketed. I heard that the whole experience was free.
No,
And
that's never how it is.
that's where red flags were raised in my mind, because
Oh no,
it
they literally can never do that.
yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense. They would have to solely rely on microtransactions, which they already pretty much do survive on microtransactions,
But COD 2024 is rumored to have, well, see, and every single rumor since Cold War has been correct. Like 100% correct. All the
well,
leaks,
yeah,
all the rumors.
I mean, I remember the
Um,
leaks and rumors
so
around Cold War
it's gonna have
hit dead on.
all of the original Black Ops 2 multiplayer maps. Kind of like how MW3 has all the original MW2 maps. It's going to have
I guess I'm
two
just sick of
zombies
this.
maps at
I'm
launch.
so sick of the soft reboots, though. Like that's what the Modern Warfare games have been. It's just like a soft reboot of an
Oh no,
existing.
it's not a soft reboot, it's a hard reboot.
Well, a hard
they
reboot would
completely
be a
redid
new
it.
title. Like a soft
no,
reboot
this
means
is-
it's not gonna be
completely
called.
canceled out the original.
It's not called.
It's the original.
Gulf War or whatever?
Anymore. Yeah, it's called Call of Duty Gulf War. Black
Okay,
Ops
right.
Gulf War.
But it's still in the same universe.
It's in the same universe, but it's a completely different storyline now. All
But
of
if
the
it's based
multiplayer
off of
zombies
an
in Warzone-
existing universe, it's considered a soft reboot because it's using the same name. A hard reboot would kind of mean that it was no longer using the same universe or
Yeah.
canon anymore at all. Like sure it's a different telling of the same story, but it's still.
It is not even in the same universe, though.
I don't know.
Which
I
is
just
the
think
thing.
I just think it's getting kind of lazy.
Modern
and
Warfare
overdone.
and Black Ops are in the same universe now. That's what I'm saying. Is they're no longer separate stories. They're all the same story now.
I feel like that's just such a lazy way of being like, oh well, these were separated before, so we'll reboot them.
Do you know
and
why that is?
Fix them together.
So
Why?
this very map that we're playing. Zombies, ending the zombie story when we closed the ether, literally opened the dark ether, and we closed the multiverse, which literally means we closed the multiverse. Instead of zombies, multiplayer, and Warzone being separate, it's all one now. There's no multiple.
I don't know.
storylines.
I guess it's just like that. That can only explain so much for like to an extent. I just feel like it's like to me that'll always seem cop out. I feel like
Well, yeah,
once
I
they
mean,
started
Cold
branching
War's
out.
entire game was a cop out.
Oh yeah,
But,
Cold
I mean,
War is a
the
cop out.
campaign. The campaign, or Zombies, literally has Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 campaign campaign people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just Cold War's story. I stopped caring. Once it got to Cold War, I didn't really give a shit about it anymore.
Yeah, most people didn't, and no, that's all right. It's not for
I mean,
everyone.
the gameplay is fun, but the story, I don't really care about
Oh
that
no,
anymore.
I haven't cared about the story since they ended Black Ops 4.
Right,
I
I
couldn't
don't
tell
see
you
how
left for right what's going
could
on in
right
Cold
how
War.
could they re-engage people in a story that they essentially just ended. At
Now,
least the good
Chaos, on the other
telling of
hand,
it.
see, that's the thing is they have done it with Chaos. They just couldn't do it with the Dark Ether.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Because I am 10 times more of a fan of Chaos than I am of.
Me and Dad died
Dark Ether,
at
sorry.
we died at the exact same time. Like, yeah, I think the multiplayer scaling in Black Ops 4 might be a little much. I don't
it's
feel like
one
it's
of my
even
favorites.
the scaling.
Yeah, the Black Ops 4 multiplayer is one of only 3 multiplayers that I genuinely enjoy. Black Ops 2,
I'm
World
actually
War 2, and
I
BO4.
meant the scaling of multiplayer zombies, like the amount of zombies that spawn.
Oh, multiplayer
in-
zombies. Oh.
Right in
Man, I don't
response.
feel a difference.
See,
Compared to Black Ops 3, I genuinely do not feel a difference in
I-
Black Ops 4.
but once again, it's like so hard for you to tell minuscule details like that. Like to me,
Well,
I
every-
feel a
everything is-
tremendous difference.
that
Yeah,
is
it's
a
just
prime
because-
example. Like,
It's all the same though. Like, every single map has exactly the same difficulty whether or not you're playing solo or with other players. In
But
Black Ops 4, it genuinely doesn't have a difference.
there are more zombies spawning per area because we're running through the same areas, know-it-all. Your zombies then can come and be attracted to Dak. It is more
Well, yeah,
aggressive, and you even admitted the forward spawning was worse. So in that, with those combined things, it is a worse overall multiplayer experience for a new player like Dad. Dad cannot, he can't stay alive to save his life, even if he
I
was
understand
trying
that.
to his full extent. So that's kind of like, I'm trying to bring you to that other side of seeing the state of what it's like for
Oh, but
someone
you've
who's...
explained that about 20 times now. I understand that. I'm just saying.
I think ultimately it just makes it
I haven't had.
You haven't had that problem though. But I think the viewers even can see how Dad is someone who's kind of disconnected from this as someone who's just coming in experiencing all of these games within the same year, it is
You're also
overall.
staying in the tighter spaces where I told you multiple times not to stay in the tight spaces.
Know it all. We are trying to
telling
gather
you.
perks. We are trying to get our things back. Once again, you cease to think
So
from
this
the
game
perspective
perks don't
of
matter.
some.
Keep being in that spiral place to get my shield, and get my shield, and get my shield
100
destroyed, and go
rounds in
back
this
and get my
game with
shield, and I
0
down.
Perks do not matter in this game.
That is
Just
such a.
survive.
That's such a get good kind of sentiment from someone like you. Like, unfortunately, I think you, like, there's a some point where you cannot empathize or understand with those who possibly have a different amount of skill than you. For someone who doesn't know these areas like the back of their hand, it is much harder, even as someone who can stay alive in zombies, to go and pick up 4 perks or pick up the shield when those things entail being in a more
And I don't know where
difficult
to
area
go
to
to be safe
survive.
to try to even get to the next perk. I'm just trying to figure it out.
That's just what I'm explaining.
We've been in here for an hour.
It's not me attacking Black Ops 4 as a game. It is me objectively reviewing this as a product, as someone who hasn't played some of these things, but a few hundred hours. Like, it is generally less accessible than Black Ops 3 or 2 for that matter. It just is. Like, sure, it caters and keeps you alive a little bit easier, but you shouldn't have to have such a particular skill level to enjoy the base product, whereas other games providing a little bit more accessible.
I appreciate that it has so much more depth. I mean, that's cool.
And I like the game, truly. As someone who spent a lot of time on Black Ops 3 and generally gets bored playing Black Ops 3 by themselves, I enjoy Black Ops 4, and I will play it more by myself, but I won't be taking Dad back through these experiences until I know the ropes like you do, or I know the ropes like someone who's super experienced at this map. But ultimately, it's been less enjoyable for Dad, and it's because it's been less enjoyable for him, I have had a worse time. I have watched him have a worse time, so it's impacted me as well. So that's where when I say, as a multiplayer experience, the scaling and trying to navigate these more tight maps with more complicated and varied mechanics that go on and on with many, many steps where you're backtracking through the map over and over again, I will kill Dad with my zombies. I will inadvertently put him in a corner because I don't know that I can't run them over there. Like, it's just a different type of mindset you have to put yourself in when you have to avoid everyone else to not kill them. I mean, truly, Know-It-All, we appreciate your skill, but you almost are too humble. I think that's your problem. You almost downplay what your skill is or what it is to be at this level of
you make
gameplay.
this look effortless.
Right. You almost downplay it to yourself. Like you said, you watch TV while high rounding. Some people can never high round. Some people only hit rounds.
Some people get talked to for one sentence and that's game over.
Yeah, so I think sometimes you are too humble of a gamer where you think everyone can just magically achieve the level of gameplay that you're capable of. But that's just not the case. I mean, truly, that's just not how it is. Like, most people can't bring 2 other people through a map for the first time, guiding them, getting all the stuff, and then just also survive how you do, how effortless you make it look. Like, that's just not a super, like, that's just not a normal feat.
You know time to kill in every situation. You know how much people can be around you. You know exactly how much like DPS you can take with the shield and still have everybody on your back and still have survivability.
And you play with no game sound at the same time. Like, you can't tell me that you're not at the peak of gameplay level as far as zombies go.
Around 1,000.
Right, or at least level 1,000.
And
so it's like,
that is why zombies has gotten super boring for me.
and Know-It-All, we understand that.
Unfortunately, this is just like the culmination of all of it, and we're gonna move on to playing modded stuff and just taking going into the Borderlands and trying to put ourselves on an equal playing field and everything, and so we can all kind of have the wonderment of playing that together and everything. And it's nothing personal at all, and it's just it's almost like the exasperating sigh after a long stressful test, which at this point was Dad getting through zombies for the first time. And this is it's almost like the morning of losing a friend, because again, I'm gonna have to go back and look at these objectively, and I don't have a lot of extra gaming time, so I'm gonna have to look at these and say, which ones did I have the most fun with, and those are the ones I'll go back to, and a lot of those are going to be in Black Ops 2 and 3. I mean,
And if I even compare that experience to my friends who haven't experienced zombies as much as I have or you have, like, they echo Dad's sentiments. It's not like I've just gone to all of them and convinced them that this is the truth. This is what they believe as people who are just trying to get into and enjoy these games for possibly the first time or don't have as much experience over time. So I love Black Ops 4. I think the gameplay replayability, especially you mentioned through mutations and stuff, I think for me, in the years to come, I will come back to Black Ops 4 way more than I anticipated.
What it comes down to is this, right? So if you're looking at the fact that I've only played all of these maps like one time through all of these, with the exception of a couple that we did the Easter eggs, I still am not great at zombies. But if I am looking at it as 2, 3, and 4 sequentially, and I'm getting better 2, I'm getting better at 3, and then when I get to 4, I'm going to appreciate all that this has to offer, the depth, the survivability, the scale. But since I'm still getting good at just being able to, like, find my bearings, get my perks back.
Not that gun, your other gun.
You know, make sure that I get the shield when I get the shield. Like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's all that stuff to me that I'm still building the building blocks of being a good zombies player, and then now I'm in Black Ops 4, and it's overcomplicated. It's very overwhelming.
Why I did warn you guys before starting it that it is very heavily Easter egg focused. Like, you gotta know how to actually do stuff. But you know, I understand where you're coming from.
I think replayability wise, these Black Ops.
Suppose Russ, man, will just keep
That's what kept me going.
Some depth to it, some girth to it, and that makes sense. It totally does.
I feel like I'm cool with calling it at round 25. I don't typically just like say we should end it, but at this point, I don't. Dad's not really getting any more out of this experience.
Unless you wouldn't lead me through to try to get the perks set one more time and find a place to do a last stand. I
think we should just all do this last stand at Pack.
I just keep trying to get back and get the shield, and then try to get my perks.
Trying to do a side Easter egg for this last little while. I think I got one more stuff to do, and this will be like the perfect last stand.
Okay,
sure, of course.
I just like I said, I think I made this evidently clear throughout the other videos. Like I don't want to keep going. Really, like I will always make that last ditch save to res Dad, and like that may end the round. Whereas when you're here, that doesn't happen. Like Dad said, you can res in pretty much any situation, and you'll pick one or both of us up almost every time. So it's like it's kind of hard even to have a last stand. I think the one takeaway is don't burn yourself out on games like Know It All has. He loves zombies, but it's at the point where he can't even enjoy it really unless it's to the most like the highest extent. He can't enjoy the casual aspects of zombies anymore, or even just the survival round-based stuff because of how complicated it has to be for him to enjoy.
I mean, it's a good problem to have, to be really good at a game, but unfortunately, it's just almost like, you know, then it's just like if they don't have a steady stream of stuff coming out to keep you, you know, your appetite sate, then it's just really hard to be happy.
Now, I will warn you, I did do that years and years ago with Borderlands. So I used to have a lot more similarities between zombies and Borderlands, like you see me now.
Well, the good thing about that is we've got Borderlands, all that DLC, Borderlands 2, all that DLC, Borderlands 3, all that DLC, and by that time Borderlands 4 will probably be out.
Really, honestly, maybe 6 or 7 years since I seriously played. the story.
Ditto. So like that's great. That'll be a good deal. But again, it's no sort of attack towards your prowess either. I do the same thing with other types of games. I mean, obsessively like learn the ins and outs of like, you know, like Legend of Zelda's been out since 1985 and I was born in 81 and I literally have been playing that game since I was 9. So I can't say anything about learning a game obsessively, like know it all. Like literally, I can like walk onto a screen of Legend of Zelda and know like right before I hit an enemy what it's gonna probably drop.
I think it's comparative, right? Your experience with so you were talking to me off camera earlier about how you felt with speed. When you figure out the speed running route for a game, you almost ruin the game because you exclusively play it that way.
Yeah.
Right? I think it may be that same kind of way with Know-It-All, where he's just experienced all this game has to offer, so he has to do the Easter egg every time. He has to get all the little side Easter eggs. It has to be that sort of layered experience for him to enjoy it in general.
Yeah, pretty much.
Erica May is talking about their experience with zombies. As a very relaxed gamer who doesn't get on Xbox too often, I found BO3 restrictively harder than BO4. See, did you play solo or multiplayer though? Like, I think this game is not as I know It All doesn't think there's much of a difference, but I personally believe that there is a significant ramp with 3 to 4 players involved.
I do also see how this game has the accessibility of if you learn how you want your playing style to be,
It's
then
also
you
about your own knowledge of the game too.
Right, but you can kit your character based on what kind of perks you like and know that you can reliably then get those perks, as opposed to each map may have a very perk set up and then having to get power on them to access them and all that other stuff. You know, you come into here and say that you want to be the type of player that relies on these types of perks, then you can, you very well can put yourself in that position to, play to those strengths, and it's not as varied of an experience.
See, Dad would not have attempted something like that. I know you can do that, but Dad, as a newer player, would not have jumped a horde. Unless it was a last-ditch effort, he wouldn't have even tried to do that. Those are the type of things that it's, like you said,
it's super impressive, and I'm super, again, I hope that you don't take anything away from like that, like your skill in these games and everything else, but there's definitely no harm in having a clash of personal opinion about what we like versus that, because we built it up where Bray was apprehensive about it, but you were very also vocal that this was your favorite. So I don't want. It'd be like if somebody told me that my favorite Final Fantasy was the fucking worst one. I would get to the point where I would want to find out where you were, and we were going to be swinging about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're wrong and I'm wrong. It means that, it's if I again going into this where I thought that Zombies in Spaceland was my favorite one. When I do the tier list, I don't know if that'll be the one that's on top, but also I thought that the rest of the rest of Infinite Warfare zombies were going to be great, and it got progressively worse for me. And I'm going to put some of the Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 maps above some of those, and I never thought that was going to be possible, because I thought, man, Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 is really hard. Some of these are really freaking hard.
I think there's a reason why Black Ops 2 and 3 are communally loved more than Black Ops 4, and it's because it's easier to love. It's easier to be good at Black Ops 2 and 3 than it is to be at Black Ops 4 in the long run. I can easily hit round 40, 50 in Black Ops 2 and 3, and I can't do that 3-player in Black Ops 4, but I've done that in Black Ops 2 and 3. I can, in solo even, my highest rounds are barely, I think my highest round in this game is 47, and I said it with you. Whereas I don't know if it's...
know why that is, actually, I think.
Why?
Because of the actual round caps. In Black Ops 2 and 3, the hardest the zombies ever got was round 30. In Black Ops 4, the hardest they get is at round 45. In Cold War, it's at round 55. So the ramp is longer, which means there's more of a ramp.
see, whereas not knowing that, it just like that helps contribute to that feeling of this seems harder. In scale, if you think of what a round 30 is in Black Ops 4, it's not the same as what a round 30 is in Black Ops 2 or 3 then. And that's like a whole different beast then.
I just know that
if you
were to review
and
the
that's
footage,
what makes it weird to me is if you can survive to round 30 in Black Ops 2 is round 45.
I also to be fair, I have the most experience in Black Ops 2 because I started playing Black Ops 2. My first game was Black Ops 2. So
Mine
that's
as well.
I think that's a different thing for me personally.
My very first map was Transit. I was a Christmas noob.
Same. I got it a little bit after Christmas. But yeah,
and that's when I started really in my zombies obsession was with Black Ops 2 is where I mastered that game. Where I got around 100 on all of those maps, well, with friends. I have never done round 100 ever solo on any of the Black Ops 2 maps.
It's too much endurance, I feel like. It lasts
the only one
pretty
round
long.
50 on Mob of the Dead is the furthest I've ever done solo in that game. Just because it gets really, really boring. And where I end up watching TV or something.
Yeah. Well, there's less to do, but I think overall, this is the impression. As someone who's watching Dad go through all these things, I think Black Ops 2 was simple enough where he could get his bearings, and he could survive a little bit, and he would feel satisfied with it. And then Black Ops 4 was enough of a change and increase in like amount of things to do, an increase in objectives, where he still enjoyed that. But in general, I've been glad to go through all this with you, Dad, and I'm glad that Know-It-All was able to tag in for the DLC maps that I knew a little bit less of. But I feel like this has been a fun experience. But as always, I'm just glad that we were able to kind of get through everything.
yeah, I just, it's one of those situations where we're going to go back and I'm going to feel like I was more effective up to round 20 in certain maps more than others. And that's where I feel my personal, confidence is like how effective I feel. And I can't wait to be able to increase some of that in some of those older maps and go back and get some revenge on them and stuff. But it definitely don't feel like anybody's not warranted to have their opinion of what their favorite is. And we all have favorites and, there's no accounting for taste. So I really appreciate everything that Mr. Know-It-All is able to show us and getting us through it, especially some of these maps that you weren't able to go through and, going through for the first time and stuff too.
I mean, after playing through them more and more with you guys, I can understand how newer players aren't so accustomed to having to do 20 different things to open pack a punch or, have to actually survive past certain rounds to do certain things.
Right.
I can understand that.
But some of my favorite maps get all their prep done in round 1. You know what I mean? Like,
but we didn't play zombies jump the shark, so we're good, right? So
yeah.
We didn't go into that point where the round base was abandoned and we're into all that. So I understand that as a game culture evolves and everybody that's with it, they're going to want to expect new and fun things, and they're going to have to try to up the ante. So I can appreciate how that was done here.
Ultimately, I feel like if you're asking my opinion, here I'm gonna leave real quick so I can look at all the different maps. But the ranking would go as someone who just experienced this is just DLC. As someone who just experienced all of the DLC for the first time, except for Classified, I would rank them Dead of the Night, and then Alpha, Omega, and Tag are in this next spot because I feel like I need to learn more about them. It's just weird. I almost want to put them at like Dead of the Night is S, Ancient Evil is A, Alpha, Omega's B, and Tag is B, just because I don't know as much about Alpha, Omega, and Tag. I've gone and played Ancient Evil on my own by myself, and I've actually been having a lot of fun since you showed me the whole setup, at least the starting stuff. So that's slowly becoming one of my favorites, actually. Sleeper hit, considering how painful the stream kind of felt like. But I feel like Dead of the Night just peaked it so early. Like the new themes, the wonder weapon, the upgrade for the wonder weapon. I know
Well, there's
that
a
is.
reason why.
Well, I mean, it's
Ancient Evil is where they got their budget cut.
that makes sense. That totally
And
makes
that's why
sense.
Alpha Omega and Tagter Toten are done by a completely different studio.
Yeah, they seem like they have a different quality to them. As much as I like the remakes and remasters of older maps, I feel like the quality on Alpha Omega and
Shanghai
Tagter
Treyarch.
Toten is different. But yeah, I feel like that brings us to a pretty natural conclusion for this stream. It's been super fun playing with you guys. Thank you for thank you, Mr. Know-It-All, for being here for Black Ops 4 and kind of helping guide me through the parts where I became more unfamiliar. But it's been real fun, guys.
Yep, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, but as always, it's been Bray.
And Brian from the Vid-Bits, and we've been featuring
Mr. Know-It-All hanging out.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. But it's been a journey.
We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.